Hi, welcome to my playthrough of Life is Strange Double Exposure on PS5. This is a completely blind playthrough for me. I'm coming to the game with no preconceptions about it, with no conscious expectations or agenda. I have been very careful to keep away from any information or opinions about the game. The only thing I've seen of the game is the first trailer when it came out. That's how I learned of its existence. I avoided the devs live stream when that happened and any subsequent publicity. I also left the Life is Strange subreddit specifically because I didn't want to encounter pre-release speculation about content of the game or discussion of the actual events in it once it was released. If anything leaked ahead of time, I would not know of that either. I've stayed clear of reading reviews of the game post-release. Now, I haven't lived in a cave. Obviously, I know there's been discussion about the game, but I haven't looked into any of that at all. I've stayed clear of it. My research has been the most limited ever. I haven't even looked to see what the aggregated review scores are for this game. The only stat I do have is the length of the game, which I understand is about 10 hours if you're just following the main storyline. I will not be spending 10 hours on it. My playthrough will be way longer than that. You know this is how I work. So why am I only playing this now, given that it came out in, I believe, October? I've played all the other games in the franchise on my channel, including their DLCs, so I guess you could say I'm an experienced fan of the franchise. Given that I was so excited by the announcement of Double Exposure and that first trailer, why didn't I hurtle out and grab a copy on release day? Well, actually, it was mainly the cost. I did at one stage have it pre-ordered at full price and I cancelled that pre-order because, to be honest, I don't get sent advance codes or advance copies like big channels do, so every game purchase I make is a budgeting decision. Buy one game at full price, or that's 3 or 4 games perhaps that you could have bought at a discount by waiting. So even though I was really keen to dive in and play this, I made myself wait, and then just before Christmas here in the UK, Double Exposure on Amazon went on limited time deal. Something like 23% off I think it was, and I pounced. I was actually out running on the day that this happened, the morning that the notification came through, and it was one of my quicker runs. I ordered it the moment I got back home. And Double Exposure actually went out of stock on Amazon the very next day, so I think I timed that quite well. And actually having to wait to play Double Exposure has another benefit. Whenever a game comes out, there's a gold rush of YouTubers who seem to compete to get content made and out there as fast as possible. I mean, I think it's delightful that they do this. It obviously gives them a big kick and people enjoy watching what they do. I have no gripe with that at all. I think it's just part of life. Double Exposure was no exception from what a quick YouTube title search showed me before I started making this video I'm making now. I spotted a bunch of videos by people that I, and I suspect you, have heard of before. I think some of them may even have pulled an all-nighter or something like that on release day in an effort to be first. And that's just not me. I don't see gaming as a competition. I prefer to pace myself through playing a game so that I can explore all the aspects of it thoroughly and have time to think, get a feel for the atmosphere, soak up the artwork. I like to invest time getting to know the characters' personalities and try and work out their motivations. I like developing theories and ideas about their actions and what's going on in the story. And my way of working is just to give myself that time, specifically between episodes, which I use to sort of think about stuff and jot ideas down and organise my thoughts for my intros, because often things will occur to me hours or even days after I finish a session of gaming, and I get a real kick out of analysing these events and trying to decipher their significance, and in discussing these thoughts with you guys in my comments too. It's a massive part of how I play something. It's just what I like to do. So although I've had to wait to play the game by keeping away from spoilers, I'm going into this, as I said, completely blind and feeling just as excited as if I'd had that game plop on my doormat on day one. I've missed you, Max. Let's see what fate has in store this time around, shall we? On to episode 1, Double Exposure. Okay, here we go. It looks like we have a customization menu. I've got 3 jumpers I can choose from. It's also changing trousers, I've just noticed. I didn't buy the deluxe or the higher up version. Can't remember what it was called now. Began with the executive, expensive, can't remember. I think for the sake of changing, I'm going to change to this one. And it looks like we can also... Ooh, we can change outdoor clothing too. I quite like that one actually. Yeah, let's go with the duck. The duck goose thing. Begin chapter. Chapter 1, Still Life. Excellent. Oh, is this isn't Jefferson's basement? Oh no, it's not. God, flashback. Someone is trying to get entry to this, well, abandoned place. It's got public toilets and a payphone. And it says, "Stay safe, see you soon." Someone's been in here before, clearly, because there's graffiti. And someone's broken the retaining latch there for that bar on the door. The windows are all boarded up from the inside. And we didn't have a key, so we've used our alternative key. Bolt cutters. Max Caulfield, as I live and breathe. Sporting the goose on your hat. Who's that? Safi.
Well, I'll be damned. I didn't know you were a criminal mastermind, Miss Caulfield.
Apparently so.
There's a lot you don't know about me.
Oh, apparently so.
Truly, is nothing easy? How do we get around that?
I'm not despairing yet. Let me take a look.
Okay, I can move Max around with Al. I've entered the bowling alley. This is a bowling alley, isn't it? This is a bowling alley. Bowling alley entrance. Can I look at that again?
I'm not about to leave before I've gotten a few good photos of this joint.
Too true, we're not about to leave. This is a pub banner.
I hope whoever Neb is, they don't mind that I'm in their pub. And if they do mind, I hope I can take them.
Who are you and what have you done with Max Caulfield? You've already broken in here and now you're talking about your ability to deal with the owner of this place if they turn up. Who is this person? She's a deal taller than Max, very much like Chloe was. Let's examine this fallen shelf. The movement's a little bit twitchy, actually. Did you notice the sort of pivoting she was doing there? Pirouetting? Gonna have to watch that.
Oh yeah. Easy peasy.
Sure about this?
Positive.
Confidence. Okay, I've learned how to move the camera around. Let's lift this fallen shelf. Person who's not helping me. It's easy with two. Well, they're determined to be here. But where is here?
Wait for it.
In terms of story.
Go!
And now we're trapped. Oh yeah.
Talk about descending into the mouth of hell.
People have been here before. Oh, choices. Hell is right, it's incredible. I think if Max is here deliberately, she'd find this incredible. Is it her idea that they've come here? Is this about photography? She would find this an amazing space. I like the way that there's a bowling pin there, just randomly left over on that shelf, and it looks like any booze that was left here has been consumed.
So glad you told me about this place. It's incredible.
Ooh.
Oh.
That's one word for it. I had a friend in undergrad who was obsessed with this building. She never broke in, though. She clearly wasn't as crazy as you.
Urban exploration is kind of my thing. I can't see a busted old place and simply not go into it.
What is it about empty spaces?
That's very interesting. She can't see a busted up old place and not go into it. Is that like a throwback to what happened to Arcadia Bay? Is she now fascinated by destruction and decay? Is it this liminal space thing? You know, the idea that you have places that used to have a purpose, one purpose, and now it's changed, it's transformed into a different purpose simply by not being what it was. And there's this gap between what it used to be used for and what it might be used for in the future, and it's in this sort of hinterland, this lost space between. I think she wouldn't see uselessness about this. She would see potential here. Let's go with potential.
I don't know. An abandoned building has the potential to be anything.
Yes.
Just by going inside, I make it into something new.
Yes, yes.
Hell yeah, let's hit the bar.
Not a bad shot.
Oh, let me just...
Don't!
What?
I don't usually rearrange the space if I can help it. I want it to look exactly like it would without human interference.
Got it. Hands off. Is there anything that I should be doing?
Looking pretty. Bring me a drink. I think the version 2 Max Caulfield, who we're dealing with here, would say bring me a drink.
I'll have a vodka martini.
Any cocktail I make you here will be entirely spider.
Yes. Yes, it will. I don't know who this person is in Max's life. We can take photographs in Max's life. There's a familiarity between them, isn't there? They are partners in crime. They broke in together. We can take photos. How does this work? R1 zoom in. We have a motor zoom. This is no Polaroid camera we're working with here, no instant camera. We can frame it to a degree as well. Take photograph. Take photograph. That looks good to me. Heck yes, I'll save that photograph. I'm happy with that.
So what are we looking for exactly?
Yes.
Besides photographing random detritus.
Of which there is plenty.
Most of the shoots I do, I find a focus. Something to hang the rest of the series on.
Yes.
I'll know it when I see it. Something lonely.
Ooh,
The loneliest thing you can find.
that's interesting too.
Gotcha, boss.
What's this preoccupation with loneliness?
Oof. Try not to breathe too deep. This place looks like it's 90% asbestos.
Are we in exploring mode now? I think we are. I think we are.
Oof. Hey, partner in crime.
Crime. No. Hey, but that's a good echo.
This out.
We will do. She says grime. We know it's crime. You know, thinking back to Life is Strange.
Hurry up. I think this thing is alive and hungry.
If it's alive and hungry, I'm staying away from it. A psychologist, a psychiatrist would have a field day with this. Max has this obsession now with photographing decay, destruction, abandoned structures, things which are no longer doing what they used to do. And her focus here is on finding the loneliest thing that she can find. Ooh, okay. I got goosebumps. What is it we're looking at? I can talk to Safi.
I'm so glad Sophie showed me this place.
So am I. This was her idea.
I'm glad Sophie's having fun. Hate to bring an unappreciative audience to a trespassing.
Yes. Let's speak to her as well.
What are you smiling about?
Nothing.
She's having thoughts. Naturally, there will be thoughts. Oh. That's nobody's graffiti, though. That's just natural, isn't it?
Looks almost like a face.
It does look almost like a face, screaming in anguish. We can take
How old did you say this place was?
a picture of it.
I think it was built in the 60s, but it only closed down like a decade ago.
Really? It looks like it's been abandoned for half a century.
It's gone downhill.
Maybe the tackier something is, the faster the rate of decay.
Good theory. Oh, a sound theory. Then explain your jacket. There is a repartee between these two, so I think we'll go with explain your jacket and see what she says. Look at them waiting.
Then wouldn't that jacket be totally decayed by now?
Ouch.
Mean. This is couture.
I think we need another saucer of milk there, Maxine Caulfield. Let's move in a bit. I don't really want any of the background to be showing up on this photograph. I just want it to be of the face. Now, the other interesting thing is because Safi's moving her torch around, it's changing how much detail you can see on it. So I'll wait until she's got it down in the bottom left corner. That will do nicely. No, I'll take it again. Not quite where I wanted it to be. That'll be better. That's better. I can see a difference. Save it. We've taken 2 photographs. Okay, we've examined that. Can we just wander around now? Is this what we're doing? We're wandering around and exploring. Oh, Safi's on the move. Safi's on the move, everybody. Let's follow Safi. The movement is a little bit twitchy. Oh, press to view my objectives. We have a phone. Photograph the bowling alley, and we can... we have tasks, we have messages, which is going to be useful, but we've got no internet connection at the moment. Isn't it always the way? Phone signal's terrible here. And crosstalk, is that like, I don't know, does that have like pictures with it too? Is it like WhatsApp? I don't know. Okay, back. Good, good. And already there's things to be looked at.
Hail Satan. Edgy.
That looks fresh.
Ready to pledge yourself to the Prince of Lies?
Oh, now I should mention here, I went into the settings and I've given myself slightly longer to talk about things when we get choices like this which have a timer on them. I think people are bad enough. The supernatural is spooky. Given her experience with her power and her lack of understanding about where she got it from,
around. This place has a ton of...
and what she'd do with it, I think she would choose the supernatural is spooky here.
You never know what's out there. Shit worse than goat heads, at least.
Won't hear me argue. I've seen my fair share of shit that can't be explained.
Really? I bet Max has not told you her story. That was the hint at the start, wasn't it? There's a lot about me you don't know. Let's look at Safi again.
I'm glad Safi's having fun. Hate to bring an unappreciative audience to a trespassing.
Okay, that was a test to see if she'd say something different if I pressed it, and she didn't, so I won't do that again. I've got 2 things here to look at. Ball return. Look at it.
I haven't been
Something to bring you back to the beginning. Imagine that.
Birthday, I remember. Weird kid.
So Safi there said she hadn't...
Party though. There was an ice cream cake.
Nice. Hadn't been bowling since she was 9. I don't know when the last time you went bowling was. I went bowling last year on holiday, just for a bit of fun. I was fairly mediocre at it, as you might expect. I can't take a photograph of that then, can I? I don't think I can. No, it's going to give me the exact same options, I'm sure. Yeah, I did spot that thing on the floor next to me. I'm just looking down here. Oh, okay. Press and hold R2 to move faster. Let's try that. Oh yeah, we've got jog.
Guess these haven't been greased in a minute.
You could say that. This we can take a photograph of, so I'll do this.
Wow. It looks so much cleaner than it did online.
Are there photos?
Yeah. The old website is still up.
Crazy.
Who's paying the hosting fees?
I was thinking the same thing.
Someone who loves kitsch and dust.
Someone must have bought themselves a heck of a deal for the hosting fees of that website. We're a little bit limited as to how we can frame this because we can't move our feet. But that's quite a good photograph. I want to sort of get the lanes converging to a point somewhere. Yeah, let's try that. That's not too bad. I'm being too picky. I'm so sorry. Hey, I did say this playthrough was going to take time. I'm not rushing. That'll do. Let's do that. Let's take that photograph. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Everything sort of focuses you towards a point in the upper third quadrant of the image. We'll save that.
Figured out what your focus is gonna be yet?
Not quite.
Not yet, but I'll know it when I see it.
There was a hole in the floor here, which I had a dot on, which I haven't done. So I'm going to go back and look at the hole in the ground.
Maybe if I just ignore this, nothing will pop out of it.
Yes, this is the sort of place where, if you were on your own, your imagination could run riot, couldn't it? I think we have natural boundaries here we're not going to be able to cross, but I'll just try. No. Okay, we are being funneled. Let's be funneled. Safi's kind of leading the way. It is astonishing how much this place has decayed. Look how the suspended ceiling has started to come down. And we've... What was noise? What was that noise? We've got the usual sort of...
Good thing this building isn't on campus. My mom would definitely have had it razed to the ground by now.
Oh? Who is your mum? Yeah, good thing or new poetry building. Let's find out. Her mum would want a poetry building.
Think of the expensive new lit building she'd replace it with.
For sure. Expensive, new, and inoffensive.
Why poetry? Is that her mum's field of expertise? And we're talking about university here. Literally, this is where my limited research is going to start making me wonder about this stuff. I've already looked at Safi. She's been looked at a few times. She's kind of leading me this way. It is a cool place. But, you know, these bowling balls did not get on the floor like this by themselves. There's been some human interference. And it looks like there still is. So that latest attempt at chaining the place up. Whoa. Top examine.
They must have thought something was worth preserving back when they closed this place down.
You don't think somebody else has thrown the tarp over whatever it is? Pull it down. Let's find out what it is. Carefully, of course. Ugh.
So much for never rearranging a space.
Damn. I bet that was stunning when it caught the light.
I bet.
Shit. That's it, huh?
Oh yeah. Your object.
Centerpiece you wanted, right? The loneliest thing in here or whatever.
It was made to be beautiful.
And now no one ever looks at it. Until today.
Something like that. Not in love with this angle, though.
Really?
There. Help me find a way up?
You got it, boss.
The voice acting is really good. I just want to make a little aside there. I'm really impressed. Whoever is voicing Safi is doing a terrific job, and I'm pretty sure the Max is the authentic Max. Hannah Tell, is it? I apologise if I've mispronounced her voice, her name. Debris. Look at Debris.
If a roof collapses in a bowling alley and no one is around to hear it...
Can you still collect the insurance money?
The world may never know.
I mean, this thing's actually open to the upper atmosphere. It's kind of snowing. It is the 4th of December. we could have legitimate real snow here. I think that's what this is. I don't think it's frost, I think it's snow. Oh, and another... Oh, brain skull. Show me.
Relatable. Sometimes I feel like someone is eating my brains with a spoon.
She's being selective, isn't she? She's not photographing everything that she sees. And there's quite a lot to see. They are stairs.
No thanks, I value my ankles.
So she wants to get to a higher level to take a photograph of that, which is, it's like an orrery, isn't it? It doesn't actually move, but it's a sort of representation of the solar system made from bowling balls. It's pretty darn good, actually. I think it's cute, whoever thought of that. I wonder if it's actually been done. Wouldn't it be fun if there was a real place that had done that? Or based on what they'd seen in this game thought, hey, there's an idea. Don't, Max.
Behold, everyone's least favorite part of bowling.
Yes. It really
Like
is.
someone has used this to get around those stairs.
Oh, right. You mean for climbing purposes? Okay.
One day, I hope to have this many shoes.
Really?
For sale, bowling shoes. Extremely worn.
We can take a photograph of them.
Shoes? Are shoes lonely?
Without people wearing
Super
them.
lonely. Sans feet.
Yeah.
Shoes were the subject of the first photo of mine your mom ever saw.
Oh my god! This year's Caledon University artist in residence sent my mom foot pics?
Oh, sorry, I got lost. How rude, or believe it? Yeah, she'd say, yeah, believe it.
I guess there are just some things about your mom you don't know.
Ugh, I'm gonna throw up.
It was a shot of a messy closet in a condemned house. Someone left behind all their shoes. Your mom loved it.
Hypocritical of her, considering she never liked it when my closet was messy. But
Oh, we're taking a photograph. So, Safi's mother is very high up in the university, in Caledon University. And there's some sort of preference for literature because of the suggestion that a poetry building would be the thing that she would choose to replace this with if it were on the campus. I want to look sort of long ways down here to get the impression there's lots of these things, but I also want to get a focal point. I'm composing the photograph too much. I'm going to go with 2/3 and 1/3 rule. I think that looks pretty good. Slightly more of the top and less of the bottom. Yeah, I think that'll do. I don't think we need to zoom in. Let's do it. Not bad. I might just try retaking and see if I can simply get a picture of shoes. That actually might be better. How can I see the most shoes? That's pretty good. I'm going to take that photograph instead. Yeah, I'll stick with that one. Good, good. Well done. Now, I spotted, before I came around the side of the counter here, that there was another dot. There it is, on the wall. How long have I been playing? I've been playing for 25 minutes. And we've not accomplished a great deal yet.
My money's on one half full Bic lighter to win it all.
Tuesdays is the LGBT Bowling League. April 12th, Violet Femmes v Head in the Gutter. April 19, Cooper's Donuts v one half full Bic lighter. April 26, Free Bowling versus Fluffy was censored. May 3rd, tournament.
Oh man, I'm 9 years late for my free slice of za.
And Max is the artist in residence at Caledon University this year. College night, Thursdays at the Nebula, not anymore. Half off bowling, free slice of pizza, free small soft drink. It's always small, isn't it? The free one is always a small one with a valid Caledon University ID, which I don't have. Never mind. I don't get free drinks at the university either. Don't feel badly about it. Hall of Fame. Yeah, I'll look.
I've never bowled anything above a 180. Way to go, Doug.
Yes, is Doug still around? Perfect score, Doug Van der Been. He looks happy.
Oh. Oh, Doug, no.
Oh. Is that the worst score Doug Van der Been ever had? Maybe it is. Oh, the Hall of Fame. I don't think Sappy's going to say anything new to me. Unless it gives me a... Yeah, so I'm not going to do the look. I've looked at Sappy. Mascot creature. There's so much to interact with. That's scary. I'm scared by that.
I told you this place was the portal to hell. Behold, a devil.
Aw, it's cute. I think it looks like an off-brand M&M.
Yeah? I think it looks like Mr. Peanut on meth. And I hate it.
I wonder if there's any way to get it out of here.
What,
Max?
you mean steal it?
Max, what has happened to you? You rebel. Would she say it's not stealing? She'd probably say it's art. Let's go with that.
It's not stealing if it's abandoned.
Not sure that would hold up in court.
Well, doesn't even matter. It's way too big to drag out with just the two of us.
It's probably just as well. I mean, I can just imagine you being questioned by the authorities on your way. Oh, but there are mini mascot toys.
Aw, hey, my very own Mr. Peanut on meth. Life finds a way.
I think Maxine will take one of these.
I could never resist a deal.
It squeaks as well. It's a dog toy, isn't it? I wouldn't give that to a child. It looks like there's a very strong choke hazard on that. There's things to explore here before we try. I guess we're going to have to go and climb up there, but not yet. Quickly view my main objective. Find a way to get upstairs. Thank you. I will do, but first, a gumball machine?
Do gumballs have an expiration date?
Yes. Yes, they do. I'm surprised that's not one giant, multicoloured gumball mess by now. How much were hot dogs? Oh, I could eat a hot dog. Not so much the onion rings. I would know about eating the onion rings for the rest of the day. Fries. I quite like fries. Ice ream's nice too. And crack. Someone's been in here and they've messed about with this, haven't they? I've only just realised this. Okay. That's quite mildly entertaining. Free hugs?
I'll pass.
She's not photographing graffiti as such. Because that's a more recent intervention with the building. That's not authentic to the decayed building, I think is what she's saying. Hence the shoes that she photographed in the abandoned building that someone had just, condemned building that someone had just left their shoes behind. That was an oversight or an intentional thing, but they were part of it now. They hadn't been created since it happened. They were there and became part of what was left behind. A claw machine.
Does this seizing the means of production?
Funny. Does it work? No, of course it doesn't. Ah. I'm so disappointed. These bowling balls. That's a major trip hazard. You be careful. She can't walk into them anyway. Alright, so we're going to have to go back over to that there shelf thing. Yes, Sappy, what can I do for you? She's come to see me. I don't suppose... I've just remembered I can jog. We can't go in there, can we? That's unfortunate. I would have liked to have gone in there. Right, so we're going to have to climb. By the sounds of it, because that was the option it gave us. Climb. Come on, Maxine. Put your back into it. Best foot backwards.
You okay?
Is she okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. That could have been bad.
See, this is why you need an assistant, in case you break your ass and need an ass ambulance. Go get your shot. Let me figure out how to get you back down.
Okay. Yeah, I'm more concerned about Safi there. That would have... You'd end up with diced Safi.
Ready. Let's find that shot.
If that thing had landed on top of her, it would have chopped her into nice
Follow
little
your parkour skills.
Safi cubes. What? Oh, right. I'd rather not. I'm going to pretend I didn't hear. Let's pretend we didn't hear.
What? I said, how are your... What?
Oh, funny.
I said... You're fucking with me, aren't you?
Of course she is.
I'll keep looking.
Yep, keep looking. We're going up here, apparently. Oh, I like the interactables in this, but they're so going to make me fall for this atmosphere. It's very well designed. The artwork is superb. It's completely immersive. It seems extremely authentic. Carousel horse.
Ain't no rule that says a carousel horse can't bowl.
No, I'm just wondering what on earth it's doing where it is. How did it get there? Show me your... Oh goodness, thanks for that. Love. Could have been anything. Let's be honest. More bowling tournament things. Bowler Armour 85. Oh, there's that hideous mascot again. It truly is hideous. Stoner gnomes. Can we get in any of these lockers? No. Queen Bee. Alright. If this place was made popular by and frequented by the students of the university, why did it close down? Because most places that are near universities thrive because of the university population and the patronage of students and apparently staff.
The gnomes smoking weed really pull the place together.
But you're not going to photograph it, are you? Because it's not authentic to what the building would have looked like at the moment when it closed down, or what nature has done to it since. This is what people have done to it. I keep thinking back to Arcadia Bay. Maybe it's just me overanalyzing this, but there's something going on in her head, I think, with her choice of photography subject. This dissonance between things that have been left to decay naturally and things that have decayed because of human intervention or inaction, or maybe even action when you think about what happened to the bay. Well, that's all we've got time for today on Psychology 104.
I'm guessing that's the right room.
Let's open the door then, Max. Oh, bright sunlight. I wonder what it was that Safi stood in when we came in. I hate to think what it could have been. She wasn't thrilled with it. She's got it all over her shoes now. A broken bowling ball.
Always wondered what's inside a bowling ball. Turns out it's just more bowling ball.
Yeah, they're pretty solid things, aren't they? Yeah, shoes at bowling places. Let's just say when you take them off, in my experience, it's just so nice to put your own trainers back on. It feels like you're wearing slippers, doesn't it? It's just so comfy. It's the most comfy that your trainers ever feel the first 2 minutes after you've been bowling and you get to put your own trainers back on.
Wonder if the birthday room was any less terrifying back in its heyday.
Yeah, I mean, this is a liminal space. This is a definite example of a liminal space. There's such a contrast here between the atmosphere that would have pertained in this room with a children's birthday party going on. Oh, there's your thing you're meaning to photograph. And how it looks now. Oh God, it's there again. It's following me around the building. That looks slightly smaller than the one you saw, Max. Maybe you would get that out of the door.
Are you here because I took one of your children? Have I unlocked some foul curse?
It is the thing of nightmares, actually. I think it's been done deliberately, to have a slightly jarring effect on you. And again, it's this liminal thing. I'm not going to keep going on about this, but it just occurs to me that In its heyday, it would have been an attractive and friendly thing in a brightly lit room with lots of laughter and all that going on. But now, in sort of shadowy semi-darkness with a shaft of light coming in from above, and it's dusty and it's been graffitied, and all around it is decay, it just looks unsettling. Bottles.
Pretty shitty leaving these around for someone else to find.
Yeah, I mean, they were not going to get there by themselves, were they? And monkey wall art.
That's the second biggest monkey DJ I've ever seen.
It's pretty well done though, isn't it? Although someone looks like they've graffitied on top of the graffiti. It's hard to tell which came first. That writing bottom right there looks like it's overlaying the drawing that's there, but some of it looks like the monkey overlays the writing that was already on the wall. Big blank canvas. Here we go. Nebula Mobile.
Yes, this is the angle I need.
It is the angle you need. Let's get taking photos. Careful. Now this is going to be a tricky photograph because there's a lot of clutter in the background and you want your eyes just to be on this. We want this to be the subject of the photograph clearly. Ooh, how close can I dare? No, not that far. Dare zoom in before I'm compromising its dimensional integrity. Hey, that looks pretty good. Top to bottom, side to side. Picture. Yeah, I'll have that. I'm happy. Happiness is relative. I just got happier.
Wow. Valet service too? This place is bougie.
Bougie.
Please remember to tip your ladder driver. Did you get your shot?
Yes. Yes, we did.
Let's get the hell out of this death trap.
Okay, I've got to admit, I'm having fun. You can probably tell. I would examine that ladder before you climb down it. Is there anything else we've missed up here? I don't think there is. We looked at the derelict sign. Ooh. We looked at the broken bowling ball. I thought that was something else. No, I think we can look at the ladder. I would examine it carefully.
You sure this thing's safe?
Nope.
It sounded metallic. It's an aluminium ladder, isn't it? It's not a wooden ladder. I think you should be all right. Yeah, it is. The ladder looks like the...
Come on, I'm starving. This loneliness makes me want a sandwich.
safest thing in the whole place.
Beautiful dismount.
Check this out. It's perfect.
Oh, show me the angle.
Whoa.
Oh my god.
What?
Safi just saved your life, Max. Now we can laugh.
Holy shit, are you okay?
I need a drink. Do you need a drink?
You read my mind. Turtle?
Turtle.
I don't think Max needs those sorts of surprises in her life anymore. I think she's been through enough excitement.
My powers might not last.
That's okay. We will.
Flashback.
Mac. You dead?
Oh, yeah. I mean, no. Not dead. Just thinking.
Wasn't she just? Does that happen often?
Cosmopolitan for Max. Vodka shot for Safi. Very on brand in both cases.
Hello, Amanda.
Perfect. Thanks a ton, Amanda.
Hey, you look really good today.
You think so?
I chose the jumper.
Oh.
Not sure about it yet.
So, what are you up to later?
Oh, Safi's the third wheel. Oh, right, work or sleep. She always did like her sleep. I'm going to say sleep.
If there's a just and loving God, sleep. Today's been a doozy.
Near-death experience.
Well, sweet dreams.
Okay, what's that all
You
about?
know she was flirting with you, right?
What?
What?
Amanda, are you actually this oblivious?
I am, yes. Sadly, yes, I'm going to say. Oh, look at Savvy shaking her head. Thinking of the old Maxine Caulfield, she would still be sadly oblivious to what had just occurred there.
Oh, guilty. Flirting is like a foreign language to me.
You spent all those years on the road, meeting new people every day, and you still can't tell when someone's into you?
I don't know. You don't meet a lot of suitors in abandoned buildings.
All those years on the road?
Is this about the blue-haired girl whose picture you keep in your wallet?
Oh,
You snooped in my wallet?
Stop deflecting. The girl with the blue hair. What's the deal with you two?
oh man, no. Ooh, we were just friends, we were high school sweethearts. They were certainly not just friends. Are we going to take the path of honesty throughout this? I think we need to. And I'm going to try and be authentic to what happened in my playthrough of Life is Strange. So,
Look, we were kinda high school sweethearts. Okay?
kinda.
High school breakup turned you to Miss Havisham?
It was a little more complicated than... Can we change the subject now?
No, come on. You never talk about yourself. Would it kill you to open up the teeny tiniest bit?
It might.
What happened?
Really, she's not going to tell you all about that. Oh, this is a big choice. We broke up, she died. Those are my two choices. Well, okay. Binary then. She didn't die in my playthrough because I saved her. The alternative for the moment is we broke up. I can understand the logic for that, in the sense that they were young. They had been apart for 5 years. They were only reunited for 5 days before the storm hit. Lots of stuff can happen. I'm surprised if they broke up. On the other hand, it's a possibility that that can happen. Things go wrong. Well, I'm going to go with we broke up because she didn't die in my playthrough.
I mean, we were together for kind of a long time after high school.
Right.
And then we weren't. She wanted to live in the future. I was too hung up on the past. That's all you're getting.
Okay, I think I get that. I get that where that's coming from, yeah.
For now.
For now, yeah, I feel the same.
Whatever. Now change the damn subject.
Deal. Amanda. Thoughts?
I have got so much to unravel here about what she just said there. My introduction to the next part is going to be a doozy. Thoughts about Amanda. So she's not dating Safi then? Because that was a possibility that had crossed my mind. She's not my type. Obviously, I have a huge crush. Well, she hasn't a huge crush. Or has she? She might say she's not my type. I think she'd say at the moment she's not my type. Because she hadn't even thought that Amanda might be flirting with her, and she didn't really respond or show any interest in Amanda before this point. So,
I mean, maybe I'm in the minority here, but she's not really my type. She's really cool, though.
Max, you're always talking about how you feel rootless. Maybe a new friend would be a good way to set down some roots. Talk to her.
About what? What do normal people even talk about?
Mostly gas prices. But we're aiming a little bit higher. I mean, go look around. She's responsible for half the decor in this place. Learn what she likes.
Yeah. Why the hell not, you know?
I think she means environmental clues, does she? Okay.
then.
Courage. That looks interesting. And pink. Very pink.
Time to go be normal.
I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to drink it in one go. Can you still walk? Right, now, before we do the next bit...
All I have to do is find some things Amanda likes and then talk about them. I can do that.
Right, lots of things here. Learn about Amanda's interests, which I suspect I'm going to do by looking round, because there's already things I can interact with, I can see. And also, the phone has got some messages on it, which I need to look at. I just want to wind back in my head there to what she said about various things. She's been travelling around for a long time. So, that means Chloe wanted to look to a future, presumably together. But Max could not forget what had happened to Arcadia Bay, and that little semi-blackout she had there when she was sitting with Safi, where her mind rewound to the time when
this place has Amanda written all over it.
It all happened. It's still haunting her in her daylight waking hours. She's still having these mini little lapses. She hasn't forgotten the past. So she's trying to, but she has not. I'm talking about you. Can you tell? I'm talking about you. It's very rude. Should I look at my phone? Oh, I should look at my phone. I paused the game for a second there so that I could go into the settings menu and look at the control of the right joystick and just change the sensitivity of it slightly so that it's not quite so twitchy when I'm trying to do photos and things like that. That is done. I've gone back to messages and all the dots have disappeared by the side of people's names saying that I've read them, which I haven't. So it seems to be in alphabetical order. I'll start with Chloe because she's at the top. This is Max's phone, so this is Max responding or talking first to Chloe. We don't have any times, dates or anything here. Okay, so everyone who said Chicago winters were unbearable, they were grossly underestimating. My ancestors are freezing. Chloe says, I don't know, I kind of like it. It's literally so cold it's impossible to think about anything else. All my problems don't magically disappear, they're just replaced by a more immediate and brutal one. It's refreshing. Plus, Malor. Chloe, nobody actually drinks Malor. It's a bit. You don't have to commit that hard to the bit. Also, you're texting me this from a hotel room with the thermostat set to the surface of Venus, right? Venus is lovely this time of year. You coming down or not? Yeah, 5 more minutes. What do you want me to order you? And don't say Malor. Malor. Grimacing face. Hey, so I woke up a little early and I'm down at this cute little coffee shop. This is a different day by the sounds of it. And I was thinking, what if we just lived here, Chloe, in Andersonville? It's like the queer Chicago neighbourhood and we could, you know, stay. By stay, you mean a few months, a year? No, I mean permanently. Max, are you asking me to move in with you for good on Valentine's Day? Is that today? Don't act all coy on me now. Sorry, I really didn't know. This wasn't some grand romantic gesture or anything. I just like it here with you. I don't know. It feels so final. Yeah, but final in a good way though, right? Chloe, you there? Let me ask you something, Max, and please think about this from my point of view, okay? Okay. If I say no, will you just rewind time again and again until I say yes? Max doesn't respond straight away. Chloe, I would never. How could you even ask me that? Max, never is a hard thing to promise. No, never is forever. Look, I don't want to do this over text, all right? I'll see you when you get back. Yeah, sure, I might be a little while though. Yeah, I understand. I think this is a different day. Hey, where'd you run off to? Sorry, you looked so peaceful I didn't want to wake you. That never stopped you before. I don't know, maybe I'm turning over a new leaf. That'll be the day. As cramped and rancid as that motel room is, I'm surprised you aren't getting some fresh air too. Nah, the sheets still smell like you. I could lie in bed all day. Okay, 1, you are so corny. You know you love it. And 2, it sounds like you're asking me to bring you back something. Chloe, I am not asking you to bring me back something. I know how you ask for things, Max. Well, since you asked, why don't you wow me, bring me whatever delicacies St. Louis has to offer? Gooey butter cake and ribs it is. OK, I didn't mean wow me that fast. How did you pull these out of your, immediately? I knew you'd want me to bring you something. I googled while you were asleep. Chloe, you really are the best. Yeah, I'm really something. I think there's a kind of edge to the responses from Chloe there. They were clearly together at this point in Chicago. She was travelling around with her post-Arcadia Bay. Is this the start of what went wrong? It seems to be the last message conversation they had. Did they have a meet-up after that and that was where they parted ways? Because Chloe wanted to carry on just moving around and Max didn't? I don't know. Moses, who are you? A new name. I'll bring my decoder ring was the last thing he typed. I'm not sure what that meant. Hey Max, sorry for the sort of short notice, but I'm on the fence about the Halloween party at Vin's. Oh no, Moses, everything okay? Yeah, Safi and I went last year and it was a good time, only I went a little overboard with the festivities. Let's just say I was Tetsuo and Vin's apartment was Neo Tokyo. That's an anime reference, right? Maxine Caulfield, you're killing me. I'm joking. Everyone's seen Akira. You better be. If you change your mind about the party, let me know. And if you're still a no, I can bring you back something from Neo Osaka. Max, please, the wound is still fresh. And this looks like it's a different day. Yo, Max. Safi texted me a little bit ago, said you were both still hungover from Halloween. Yeah, my ceiling finally stopped spinning an hour ago. It's been a morning. Max, it's almost 1 p.m. Moses, please don't drink, shame me. Right, sorry. I wanted to see if you all need a ride to the Snapping Turtle. I haven't had lunch yet either. I imagine the two of you could use my company. Oh my God, you are a saint. Which is nice, since it's All Saints' Day. All Saints' Day was yesterday. All Saints' Week, then. I'll see you in a little bit. This looks like a new conversation. It's the second Friday of the month, Max. Yep, it sure is. Wait, Moses, what did I forget? Mana Massive, again. Oh, that's today? It is, every month. If you don't want to play, it's fine, I'll understand, but I want you to tell me in person to my face that you don't want to play. You know I don't have that kind of willpower. I barely have enough to make coffee most mornings. Fair enough. Guess it'll be me and Diamond again. Diamond likes to play because it's fun. Just don't act surprised when I bring this up again next month, all right? You will not guilt me into playing your collectible card game, Moses. You say that now, but I can already sense the equivocation in your texts. I told you my willpower was not what it used to be. You still coming to movie night or no? Oh, this looks like a different conversation. Sincerest apologies, Moses. I fell behind on grading. I bet you did. Hey, what's that supposed to mean? It's supposed to mean that this is the second time something came up when Safi picked the movie. What? That's a coincidence. In fact, that is precisely what coincidence means. Look, if I have to suffer through the inanity of Brain Bucket 2, I'm not doing it without backup. Wait a minute. Brain Bucket 2 was my choice. Well, my point still stands. Still can't believe you didn't like Brain Bucket 2. Movie night isn't about having fun, Max. It's about having fun and the suffering we inflict upon our friends along the way. Is that an Orson Welles quote? I think we've got a change in time here. Yo, are you sticking around campus for the holiday? Yeah, you need me to keep an eye on your lab? Honestly, better if you didn't. There's a lot of delicate equipment in there. Hey, I'm a photographer. I handle delicate equipment better than anyone. Anyway, I wanted to make sure you'll be all right so far from home and all. I'll manage. I've been on my own plenty of times before, and Safi will be around. She will. She's good like that. I think you're good for each other. For what it's worth, I think all three of us are. And then we have another conversation by the looks of it. You free to grab a bite at the Snapping Turtle? I could use a vent session. For you? Always. Can't remember the last time I heard you vent. Well, Safi wasn't answering, so... Ah, yes, good old contingency Caulfield. Love to be the second fiddle. Do you want to meet or not? Yeah, I'm only with you. So, what's the nature of the ventage? The new telescope I ordered, with school funds, is on back order. Damn, that does suck. It does. It wasn't on back order when I ordered it. I was going to set it up as a treat to my students for finals week. Okay, yeah, I can see how that would get under your skin. Thanks, Max. I'll see you at the Turtle in a few. Usual seat. Is this a separate conversation? Hey, let me know when your top secret photo shoot is over and I'll meet you and Safi. Moses, if it's top secret, please don't mention it over text. Max, it's pictures of Safi, I imagine. It's not code breaking at Bletchley Park. You don't know that. It could be Bletchley Park. Right. Usual table. Usual table. I'll text you when we finish. I'll bring my decoder ring. And then we have Safi. I've got to whiz back to the top of this. So I'm not sure who Moses is. He's a member of the faculty. He's in some scientific area because he's got a lab. But no more than that, we do not know. Safi, not to rush you or anything, but Halloween is in 3 days. We doing this costume or not? I don't really care if we win gold at Vin's themed party. I do care if our costume puts whatever he's wearing to shame. Yeah, sorry, I just need to pick up one last thing from the store and then we're golden. Well, shake a leg. This is very important to me, and it should be to you too. You and I have very different definitions of the importance of Halloween, and I say that as an avowed gorehound. Beep beep, Max, your chariot awaits or whatever. I'll be out in 1 sec. It's been 5 minutes. That barely counts as 1 sec. Coming now. Believe it when I see it. Okay, I think I'm almost recovered from Halloween. How are you holding up? I'd say now I know how the undead feel, but I think even they're managing better than I am. Same boat, friend. How about this? If the harsh light of day doesn't turn you to dust, meet me at the Turtle for the greasiest breakfast known to man, and the bloodiest Marys Amanda can make. Let me peel myself out of bed and get back to you. Good call. Let's make it actual brunch instead. Lunch even. It can still be greasy. God, this is the best idea anyone has ever had. And I think we've moved on again there. I know it's a school night, but you cool to meet your favourite poet for a drink? I got you, just wrapping up some grading I put off to the absolute last minute. Cool. I finished book draft, final, this time I mean it, V4, about 12 minutes ago, and the adrenaline is making me nauseous. Oh, congrats, Safi. Doing never feels better than done. Thanks, Max. I might have given myself carpal tunnel, but I can still bend the elbow in the parlance of our times. First 2 rounds on me. Is it cool if I invite Moses? I was going to text him next. Great minds, etc. Sorry, I've been missing in action in text land for a minute. I've been thinking about my final draft and if I need to do another final draft on it. Having trouble focusing on my students' work as a result. You're a great writer, Safi. Give yourself a little grace, okay? Easier said than done. Just give it another few days. You do know this will be the longest another few days of my life, right? I know, and when it gets published, think of the stories you can tell about it on your illustrious book tour. I hate it when you're right. And then we've got, hey, not being a weird creeper, but were you at the Turtle like 30 minutes ago? I was, still am. Oh, I assumed you were going home for the Thanksgiving holiday. Oh, yeah, not a bad assumption, honestly. I'd just rather not be interrogated by my parents as to when they can expect grandkids, and why none have been forthcoming as of yet. Yikes. Much easier to disappoint them from 3,000 miles away. Says you. I disappoint my mum in her face all the time. It's one of my sterling traits. One of many. And that, Seg, is to say that if you want to see that disappointment happen in 4K, you can always join us for dinner that night. I know Mum would love to have you. I would too. That's really sweet, Safi. Hey, it's only so she can harangue someone else about non-existent grandkids for once. Maybe I can learn some new deflection techniques to try out on my parents. That's the spirit. I think we've moved on a bit. Hey, can I bug you about something real quick? My book is done. I have nothing but free time, outside of my classes, I mean. Cool. I've been planning to shoot an abandoned space for a new series I'm planning, or at least in order to knock the rust off. Haven't done it much due to the class workload. Where are you thinking? That's the thing, I was hoping you'd have some ideas. I am so glad you asked. Meet me at the Turtle later today. I'll bring a whole list. Done and done. Thanks, Safi. So what time are we linking up for this photo shoot? How does 1:30 sound? Like this, 1:30. Sorry, 1:30 works. Anything I should bring? Just your winning personality and maybe a keen eye, but you can leave the bad jokes at home. No can do. Bad jokes are part of me now, Max. The professor said the experiment was irreversible. Safi, please. Okay, but only this once, and only because I like you. Oh, so Safi's also on the faculty. She's a poet. This now makes sense. The reference in the bowling alley to her mother using the bowling alley to build a new poetry building. Got it. Yasmin. Yasmin, who are you? Oh, is this is Safi's mother? Hello, Maxine. Welcome to Caledon University. I am Dr. Yasmin Fayyad. We spoke over the phone, so this is simply a follow-up message. I know everyone's so excited to meet you and to experience all that you have to offer. I hope the feeling is mutual. Oh, it certainly is. I cannot thank you enough for this amazing opportunity, Dr. Fayyad. No need to be so formal, Maxine. You can call me Yasmin. I'm only Dr. Fayyad when I'm on fundraising. Well then, thank you, Yasmin. Hello, Maxine. It's Yasmin. I trust you're settling in and that both students and faculty are treating you well. I am, and thank you. The campus is really gorgeous. I can't wait to capture its beauty on film, on my own and with my students. Oh, lovely. I know I'm not alone in anticipation of seeing your work here at Caledon. Sophia had told me at lunch today that you two are getting along famously. Well, she phrased it more crudely, but that was the gist of it. She's been very aloof the past while, so it's remarkable to hear that you have been instrumental in returning her to her old self. Your daughter is truly a delight to be around, Yasmin. It's been way too long since I met someone as engaging and witty as Safi, and we all know who that was, don't we? If anything, I should be thanking you. I appreciate that, Maxine. It really does mean a lot. And then we have, Hi Maxine, I wanted to thank you for displaying your work in the Fine Arts building this past weekend. Parents' Weekend is always a big event. Everyone was raving about your photography. You are a major asset to our humble institution. Max replies, It was my pleasure. I never know how people are going to react to my art, so I love to hear that it was a success. It was no surprise to me. I knew they'd love it. Hi Maxine, I apologise if this is too forward, but Sophia intimated that you might not be returning home for the Thanksgiving holiday. I know travel at this time of year can be maddening, and I wanted to extend an invitation to dine with Sophia and me, if you like. It's not a holiday we celebrated in the past, really, but all the same I'd hate for you to be alone. I know she'd agree. Thank you, Yasmin. I've been a bit under the weather recently. If I'm feeling better come Thursday, I'll let you know though. Of course, and please do feel better soon. There's another quick edit there because I had to go and fetch some orange. I've been talking a lot this morning and reading a great deal. Abraxas Society, let's start with them again. Boring Sunday, feeling the ennui. What's going on in front of the Chem building? Brought to you by the Abraxas Society. Rowan says, hell yeah. Reggie, guys, is that? Diamond, I think it's Mountain Dew. Alice, for the love of, I just want to get to my finals. Kyle, you can't even read it. Alice, I guess you can read it from space. Someone been doing bits of graffitiing? Amanda, I like her sub there that says Amanda. Open mic night sign-up sheet is looking pretty empty, folks. Be sure to sign, or I'll have to resort to an entire night of duck jokes. Amanda's the first person on it. There's only one other person who's signed up. Martin, typo? Did you mean jokes? Ashley, no, but she does have an entire bit about duck penises. You don't want to hear about the duck penises. Michelle, bring it on. Duck jokes crack me up. Hilarious. And now I'll go back to the top of the list as proper before my voice caused me to go and get a drink. Chloe is next, is that right? Yeah, Chloe.
Fuck. I wish I could have seen the show, Chloe.
Right. Chloe. Captain Chloe. Anyone who calls New Orleans the Big Easy has never tried to do sound tech for a DIY show with no air conditioning. It is hot as hell here. Echo says, girl, you are the MVP. We never could have done that show without you. Chloe. Lucky for you. I worship at the altar of sick beats. Victoria. Not the Victoria. Not my usual scene, but maybe you could bring me to the next one. Chloe. Oh, I can. But could you handle it, Chase? Victoria. Yes, it is our Victoria. Wow, those two are not just in contact, but friendly. Diamond. Spoken of by Moses. Happy 27th to one of my biggest fans, my sister Gladys. You're officially old now, so I can't wait to see what new wisdom comes with age. Gladys. 27 isn't old. I swear these kids today got no proper home training, disrespecting their elders. Love you, D. Vanetta. Diamond, you know full well you're not supposed to put a woman's big age all over social media like that. Gladys. Big age? I'm only 2 years older than you, Vonnie. Oldest daughters really do have it the hardest. Diamond. I love that we can be together like this for your big day, Gladys, even if we can't be together in real life this year. Nice. Gwen. Gwenchant for trouble. That sounds fun. There are a few spots left on the wait list for crafting a memoir in the spring. Sign up before they're full. All majors are welcome. She's on the faculty too. Livia. I've heard nothing but good things about this class from my students. Gwen. Thank you, Livia. Diamond. I wouldn't call myself a writer, but I was a lot more confident about my writing after this class. Highly recommend. Gwen. You are a talented writer, Diamond. No quotes needed. Keep writing. Diamond. Thanks, Professor Hunter. Drew. Wouldn't recommend it if you're not an English major. Gwen. I specifically said all majors are welcome. Drew. You say that, but it's too hard if you're not just, my opinion. Diamond. I'm not an English major and I passed. Drew. You're into everyone. Diamond. I know why you didn't pass. Kick rocks clown. Martin. It's her class. Wouldn't she know who's welcome? Okay. Loretta. Get a clue with Loretta, presumably. Thrilled to say that the most recent episode of Get a Clue, Crosstalk's #1 true crime podcast, hit 1,000 downloads in a day. A new record. Robin. Thanks for having me as your guest this week. I love chatting about my pre-Caledon days as a mortician and sharing all the funeral industry hot goss. Loretta. I should be thanking you. I had no idea that so many morticians had sold bodies. Lionel. Look everyone, my daughter is a famous podcaster. Loretta. Dad, you're embarrassing me on the internet. Loretta. And thanks. Okay. Moses. Ah, right.
What a bunch of dorks.
Yes. Cosmoses. He's an astronomer. He's a cosmologist. Fun fact about tonight's Geminids. Most meteor showers come from comets, but this one comes from an asteroid. Phaethon 3200. Phaethon has the closest orbit to the Sun of any asteroid. How interesting. Safi. Another fun fact, Phaethon is named after the son of the Greek sun god Helios. He drove his dad's sun chariot for one day, and did such a job, Zeus killed him with lightning. Moses. Safi, that fact is not fun. Safi. Who doesn't love a good smiting? She would know that. Reggie. Oh, Reggie's got more than one post. Oh, wait a minute. Moses had more than one post too. I've just noticed. Let's go get back and get Moses' second post, if I can get to it. Much love to Tony, the best boo ever for the finals week care package. Old what's-her-name never did anything like this for me. Tony. Oh my God, Moses, you play too much. You ain't had to call out that girl you dated for like 2 months freshman year when we was on a break. And then Mark says, damn little bro, putting all her business in the street. I didn't even know you and Tony were ever not together. Carla, chanting with increased intensity, name and shame, name and shame, name and shame, name and shame. Reggie. Let's find Reggie's top post. You ever feel like you've wasted the last couple of years of your life slamming your head against a wall you're not smart enough to break through? No? Good. Me neither, LOL. Marlon. Change your major, dude. Reggie. Diamond. You want to get a drink? Reggie. Yes. Martin. Your career outlook with an econ degree is much better than pretty much any other major at Caledon, if that helps. Reggie. It doesn't. Martin. Fair enough. What's Reggie's next post? Navigation is not my strong point.
Great eye, Reggie.
Thanks. Lake Champlain, grey morning. Nice picture. Asher. This looks awesome, bro. Reggie. 2 hearts. Diamond. Less pictures, more studying, Reg. Reggie. You're not my real mum. May. This one's going on the fridge when you get home. Reggie. Is that a threat? And then Safi. Cup of Safi. For your information, there's a lot you can do in this world with a good friend who won't snitch. Reggie. Preach. Rowan. So true. No one knows how to keep a secret anymore. Shake my head. Yasmin. I'm curious whether you're the good friend or the one in need of such a friend, Sophia. Oops. And then navigation. Cup of Safi. Some of you don't know when to quit. Is she playing Go? Moses. I call foul. I turn away for 1 sec and somehow I'm missing pieces. Safi. Got to pay attention in life and in games. Moses. I demand a rematch. So they are good friends too. Right, and now here's Victoria. Victoria Chase Photography. She's got her own business. Yeah, show full post please. I'm not on it yet. Hang on. I'm struggling to get to it. There we go. Grand Isle is the last inhabited barrier in Louisiana. Each year its shoreline is eroded by rising waters. That's very good. For some reason it's not letting me navigate down. There we go. Chloe. Hey, are you still in Louisiana? Victoria. Yep, I'm on assignment for the rest of the month. Then it's back to the gallery in Seattle. Chloe. Sick. I'm flying into New Orleans next week. Stop by. I'll buy you a beer. Victoria. Deal. What are you doing here? Chloe. Tell you about it when I see you. Alright, now we know why she was there. And these two did meet up then. They are friends. I was going to say still friends. Things have obviously moved on. Okay, is that all we got from Victoria? Yeah, Vin, the host of the party. All I do is Vin. Rise and grind. Asher. No grinding in public. Reggie. You must be new here. Vin. Rebecca. Does President Fayad know you're posting her office? Vin. She's not the boss of me. Rebecca. She literally is. Vin. Only legally. Juliet. I need coffee. Vin. Just made a fresh pot. Come by admin when you get a second. I'll feed you. And then hi. Can I show this to my mum? So he's in admin. Is that what we're to gather from that? Maybe. Back onto the phone side. We haven't finished. Yasmin. Prospective undergraduates, you have until the end of the month to submit your application to Caledon. We'd love to have you. Gwen says, especially if you're interested in our writing programme. Get those apps in, folks. She's really pushing her field of expertise there. Yasmin. Woo. Yasmin, I'm sorry, that comment was a mistake. I can't figure out how to delete it. I'm still fairly new to crosstalk. Safi. Another hit from the creator of Woman Accidentally FaceTimes Her Dentist 10 times in a row. Safi, but in all seriousness, just press the red X. Yasmin, I don't see it. Calling you now. She's confused over technology. And that's it, we've read them all. All right. We're out of there. I'm going to, at that point, stop and pause the game because I've been recording for well over an hour.
This place has Amanda written all over it.
And I want to find out about the stuff it's got written on it about Amanda that fills us in on her likes, dislikes, background and all the rest of it. But that's going to be enough for the start of a new episode. There's a lot to reflect on that's happened in that episode there. I'm going to be writing stuff down instantly when I've stopped here and making sense of all that, because there's no Chloe at this point in the game, which is a surprise. I knew it was a possibility, obviously it was a possibility. I don't quite know what that means. I've got to try and think about that and work that out. Exactly who Safi is, where Max is in her life in terms of what she's trying to achieve. Yeah, all that sort of stuff I've got to think about, and it's best done.
Safi said Amanda picked out most of the decor. I could always start there.
I'll do that. I'll do that very thing at the start of episode 2. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I have really thoroughly enjoyed the start of this. It's intriguing. There's stuff to talk about. The start of episode 2. I'll see you then. Bye.